Again. Welcome, guys, to Adoption Pod, episode 17. We're here again. I noticed it fast. My mic is muted, but I got it quick this time.
Oh, Lord.
So here we are. We're back. We had Jose lined up, but I believe he's at Deaf Connect.
Yeah.
So that's much more
I'm
important than
basically
us.
fired from bringing guests on the show anymore because I keep doing such a terrible job at like reconfirming them close to the time of the show, which is a good standard practice for shows, but I somehow have acquired a full-time job that is more like two full-time jobs. And so I'm slacking a little bit, but things will someday get better.
Yeah, if you're an assistant, I think Mikkel's in need of an executive assistant.
Send help.
Please help me.
Send help.
I can pay you in
like,
hash browns.
Yeah, I might have to pay you in hash browns. The bear market's really taking.
Hey, Monopoly's still here, right? We're still playing Monopoly at McDonald's.
Yeah, I probably have to get a side job at McDonald's. I DM'd them today to get an app.
Dude, they must love when crypto's dumping. They must love it. They must get like such a boost in social media,
free marketing,
like all that. Like literally, I think I saw on Twitter that
they're probably the
trending.
ones dumping the price.
Hey, why not? You got the money.
It makes a lot of sense. That's cheap marketing. Like tank the price for a day. Crypto Twitter eats.
Hey, Q4, we're not doing so good. We need to get some extra revenue. Let's dump crypto and get everybody talking about McDonald's, and we'll have a nice Q4. Maybe the Q4 they were talking about is going to be so nice is for McDonald's revenue.
I think that might be it. But then the other kind of awful thing is like there's no freaking jobs left at McDonald's. Nobody does anything. I make my order at an electronic robot.
AI is coming.
Get my own drink.
All your jobs.
They took our jobs, okay?
It's going to be robot arms. Remember, was it California? I think in California they had like an issue where they were asking for raises, and they're like, yeah, you know what? We're gonna just find robots to do stuff. We're gonna find like I think that's when they came out with the touchscreens for the machines. I think it started around there because they wanted to raise. They're like, no, we're just gonna reduce the staff. Just gonna cut
Interesting.
costs that
Have
way.
you even tweeted the show out?
Absolutely not. I was so busy at work at the end of the day. Yeah.
Yep, me too. So I just tweeted it from mine. It wasn't on our main page either. So let me do that.
I like the last half an hour before I was leaving work. I'm like, fuck, I gotta make the links and all that. So I put it all out.
I know.
Just sent it all to you. I did it literally from the work computer.
We've had to give each other a lot of grace, and this is something, man. It's just like we are in such a quickly evolving and changing reality. Like reality is just I am having the hardest time living simultaneously virtual and IRL lives. And I would imagine it's not, I'm a single mom. So like I have to focus on all of that and then all of this in my role. So maybe it makes, but I feel like the future is going to be like McDonald's is not going to have that many jobs. Are we going to have grocery stores? Because I haven't gone to a physical grocery store. I take that back. Sometimes I like to go to Sprouts in person because they'll have like fun stuff, but I order most of my groceries. Yeah. Like, is it the most effective way to distribute food to people, to have them go to supermarkets, everybody spreads germs, touches everything? Or is it having big warehouses where people go pick and pull? And it's cheaper.
It wouldn't be people anymore. The robots will be picking and pulling.
I know. Yeah. And it's cheaper and it's more sanitary. And it's like, and then what's going to matter? It's going to be, I just read an article, and I tweeted it actually because somebody posted it. I wish I could share it up here, but I'm not even like tech savvy. So I'm not going to, it's called a CT lead can fix you. The lines that stood out. So the human layer never went away. It just became the foundation for everything else. The truth is simple. Markets don't follow fundamentals. They follow faces. The entire industry still revolves around who you trust enough to ape after: founders, builders, KOLs. These are the new consensus mechanism. And then a little bit later, it says investors don't buy a car company. They buy the story that Elon can bend the future. Like the future is arts. The future is marketing. Yeah. The future is people skills and high EQ because we will always need fact checkers checking the system. They will always be. And that's such a small part of the population of the super geniuses that are even capable of understanding this technology. Like that's fine. But the rest of us are going to build careers around distributing all of the amazing things that AI and inventors still too, but like inventors are inventing with the assistance of AI. I think it's just going to be a different world.
Oh, absolutely. It's fundamentally changing everything. Like I look at it like when before cell phones, you would memorize every single, your best friend's phone number, your mom's phone number, everyone's phone. But now, the phones and how much they've gotten better and everything like that. Like
we can't store that much data.
It's not that you can't; it's you don't need to. I think if
you can't. How many numbers do you have in your phone, Mike?
A lot. No, but when I see what you mean by sheer number. But what I mean is like
because our networks are scaling as we become more mobile, as we're able to communicate further. And our relationships are more shallow, but more multiple.
Mm-hmm. I think, but I'm talking about like your core group, core family. You used to know all the phone numbers. Now it's like you don't need to. So it's. I feel like we're just getting to a point where life is moving so fast, where you have the only way to stay like at the same speed is to filter all the like non-essential stuff and only focus on like the primary stuff. And like right now, memorizing a phone number is not important. Phone can do it, just do it. To do math and writing down a math equation, I just do it on calculator because it's faster. I just need to get it done, right? So I think because life is just fast now, that you have to.
Our brains are moving faster. Like people from our generation on that started using computers and having all these shortcuts to like manually doing these horribly complicated math problems that required that you slowed down and went step by step, right? Now, if you slow down and go step by step, you won't make it. Like
Imagine,
you need to be able, if
ima-
you can't leverage tech to be fast,
imagine
you're gone.
this. Everybody watching, you have one monitor, two monitors. I have three. I would only have two if it
I
wasn't
have
for the
four. I
stream.
have two computers with two
So we used to
monitors.
just one monitor was the jam. That was it. Like nobody was using two
Yeah.
monitors like back in early 2000s. And
When
now,
my
can you go
brother's
back
a
to
dev.
two?
When I first saw my brother get two, I was like, that is so cool. He must be so important. If you need two computer monitors, like
yes.
that just means you're really somebody.
Like, can you imagine going back to one now? Like my wife, she works in the office sometimes. She doesn't have a second monitor. Like I can't work as efficient with one monitor because you put an email full screen it, close it.
Yeah.
It's a disaster. Like where you can just drag from other, you can copy and paste it. It's just so much easier to have two monitors, right? You are more efficient, and
You are.
but like it's just
more tabs open in your brain. Same thing.
Exactly. It's just going to show how progressively faster. But I think we're getting to a point where the human can no longer get any faster or more efficient. So this is where AI comes in, because we can only be so productive. And humans like tell 2,000 calories a day, so you get much work out of 2,000 calories. Yeah. Only have so much energy
and we
to give.
waste most of our mental energy worrying.
Yeah, for real.
Like for real. That's like the biggest life hack. If you can learn to stop worrying and put that energy into thinking of ways to, like there's like instead of trying to figure out ways to save money, you should always try to grow your income, because there's a fixed amount you can save, there's an unlimited amount you can grow, and that's like a growth mindset. And I think that just, if you can apply that across every area of your life and stop looking, I mean, it's good to identify what the problem is, but be a solution oriented person. Like most people stop at finding the problem and they want to complain about it. It's like, no, that's step one.
That's like, so I still work 9 to 5. And
oh god, I would die.
The majority
people are like that there, aren't they still?
Yeah, the majority of it is like people just trauma bonding. Taxes are so high, or this or that, or this costs so much, or this a problem, or everything's so expensive. And I'm like, no,
do
dude.
You feel so removed from them?
Like, I plug in. I can't. I just can't do it anymore, because
trivial, meaningless. You're like, you don't even know what's really happening out here, man.
I can't even do small talk anymore, because it's like it's not meaningful. Like, you know what I mean? I love crypto and I love going to the conferences. I actually have meaningful conversations about stuff that actually matters in the world.
We're following our bliss. If you're a Joseph Campbell fan or ever studied like mythology and like some philosophy that he's derived from it, like we're following our bliss. And that's like one of the chief human aims in life, is to find, but like for so long, colleges have been saying, these are the pipes. We're putting people through these pipes to do these types of tasks and send them into society. And these are the qualified people. So they're going to get the best and whatever. And then we will replicate the system and keep it in place. But now, because technology and people like Elon Musk, who says knowledge should be free, and Wikipedia and other companies that have fought to make knowledge widely accessible, now anybody can do, I'm sitting in my living room at home.
I was watching,
I haven't worked in 4 years. Like I just sit in my living room,
I watched something. Easiest I'm wealthy and also hardest now, because competition now. But like back in the day, like, when you started a business, you're an entrepreneur, you were limited to like the people in town. You're selling to the people in a general vicinity.
We took buying trips to South America. Like we would drive to Mexico because we owned a Native American store. So we'd drive, you physically had to go. It wasn't like, it was crazy.
And now, you start a business online and you have the world as your customer base, the entire world, which is crazy. So like thinking about it that way, get 1% or not even like a fraction of a percent of people to buy your product, you're very, very wealthy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's, but now everybody has the access to that, because now you're competing with everybody. So it's, immensely harder to stand out, really, is the case. So that's where that's where like it's all about mindset. You have to you got to put a team around you too. Um, and you can't
Yes.
do things by yourself. Like, I've tried my best to do as much as I can by myself with content creation, and it's just like I'm in the same boat as you. Like I got to deal with my family, and I don't want to sacrifice family time. Like for me, that's like a
I know.
hard cutoff. Like
It still has meaning.
that's why
Like it's a little different
yeah.
connection.
Like I'm not as active on weekends, right? And you know that's the time that I get real good quality time with my daughter. She's 6, and I'm never gonna get those years back. Like that's where I'm like that's my mindset. So if it's gonna sacrifice a little bit of growth for me, so be it, right? Because like
Yep.
that's way more important.
I don't know. This feels pretty important, Mike. I am in my living room. I have. It's funny because I do have pants on, like obviously, but like I would never go. I just have like running shorts and actually mismatching socks. Like not completely. They're Nike, but like one's a little bit longer. You know, they have like 50 different heights of athletic socks. I just like
A full on
it's
tube
like
stock and an ankle stock going on.
and then yeah, so well no, there's more. They've gone even more incremental. It's no longer no show, ankle, and whatever the high ones. There's like I'm gonna model this for you. Oh my god, shoot my legs. Okay, it's like this length.
Okay.
It's only so it's not like all the way. You know, it's not like whatever. It's just weird. And then the other one is actually an ankle length sock. So, but that's I mean, kind of my.
I'm glad
point.
you
Like,
clarified that up for us.
But that's you know, so we're here, and whatever, and yeah,
We're just showing each other our feet because you know times are tough in the market.
Times are tough. I don't even remember the moral. Well, I think the moral of that story is that like you know the world's a stage.
Yeah, absolutely. And I like what you told me before. Just don't be afraid to be cringe, right? And
Yeah.
I gotta lean more into that kind of stuff. I feel like you know, we had a talk in the back channels of like want to be more entertainment, right? Like it's because you know getting in the charts is kind of like you're right, it is boring. And I honestly like I do feel it's boring. I know it's important. I know.
Yeah.
And even like
I mean, it's not like, but it's not something digestible. Like you would have to have like a very high interest in it, and you need somebody to take you through it
it's
slowly.
it's a specific person that looks into it. Like don't get me wrong, like I'm the one that watches the boring stuff. Like I'll go watch you know an hour and a half or 2 hours of Ben Cowan where I'll go into all that kind of stuff. And you know some people it's just not interesting. And I don't get me wrong, it's not like super interesting for me too, but like I feel like it's a necessity. I need to know the stuff because for me
we just want the calls. We want the calls and like the why. Like why do you call this call?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's you know that's my struggle because like I've done educational videos too and it doesn't get a lot of likes. Then I'll make a video with like how to make $400 a month in a game, like a video game, and like boom, best video I've ever made, right? Like it's weird navigating creating content in the way that you want to versus like following what the algorithm wants to like promote.
Yeah.
And it's really you know, I want to stay genuine.
What the algorithm wants to promote is actually what people want. Because it's in most cases, right? People are always gaming it.
But are you feeding the problem is my question. Right? If the problem is nobody gets educated because they just want the calls or this or that, but they're not actually building the basis of knowledge to do it themselves, and your videos aren't getting seen, then are we not contributing to the problem? Like that's the way.
So just have all the full videos on your page and say like do the whole thing and just like show it as a video. Like go record your process of getting ready to make your calls for the show and then link the link below the show. And then if people want to dive deeper and watch your process of how you got there.
People that want to okay, I get you.
Yeah.
This is what
every once in a while, I have a halfway decent idea.
Wow, you're so smart.
I still haven't retweeted the space, but every once in a while.
She's working on it. But yeah, so what is the general vibes of the market right now? Because, wow, that dip the other day was... I honestly did not think I was going to... Like, I knew 88,000 was coming, but I didn't think it was going to come so soon. I thought like maybe
Yeah.
like, we're gonna bleed out for like a week or two, and it was just like, woo, okay, here we go.
Yes.
Buckle up, folks. Here we go. And the altcoin. You know what I noticed yesterday, which is kind of interesting. Market dumped and the altcoins dumped, but then like Bitcoin kind of like still struggled to get above 90K. The altcoins actually the altcoins were pumping. I noticed Bitcoin dominance dropping. I was like, okay, like nothing crazy yet. Not I wouldn't put eggs in the basket right now, but could this be the start of a rotation of coins? Because maybe Bitcoin did top. Maybe Bitcoin did top.
So you're telling me there's a chance.
There's always a chance. That's anything in investing is just probabilities. You gotta.
I love your optimism.
Yeah, you know what? Like like whether I'm right or wrong, and I've been wrong many times, and I fucked up 2 cycles before we got here, and I'm probably gonna come out and be like, oh, I probably could have done better this time, but I do a little bit better than every time I did before, and you only lose when you give up, right? So just keep going, people. No matter how much money you have like $100. That $100, if you keep at it, will be $1,000, $10,000, $1,000, $1 million.
Yeah.
I broke down this math with just Bitcoin.
I have a very serious and timely important question that I need to interrupt this important news announcement for. Is our referral code the Adoption Pod capital T, none of the rest of it capitalized?
On Vdex, the referral code I believe is just AP.
Oh, that's even nicer. Okay.
Yeah, I believe we made it AP.
Good call. So
you have that fancy link, and then at the end of it is AP, capital AP.
Yes. So you can use the link, or if you just go to vdex.trade, you can sign up with the code AP, capital AP. I just felt it was really important to interrupt Mike at that exact moment and say that, or I was never going to get that posted. But we'll talk a little bit more about Vdex later. I have everything reposted, so I'm ready to start the space now. 22 minutes in, and we are ready to get rolling.
Wow, we were just doing a warm up. Now you guys get the real deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what? How are you feeling about the market? How do you feel about the vibes? Do you think this bull run's got some more ass? Do you think this is just a bull trap? The rumblings I've been hearing. What do you think?
So I am a sentiment trader. And I remember feeling like at the end of the last bull market at 21. So I came in the middle of the bull market. And I think I wanted it to go on.
Did you come in like May?
I came in like right after the Bored Apes minted. I think it was May 21.
Oh man, you came at the wrong time.
I know. I bought the absolute top and owned like 100 Super Yetis at one point because they minted after and they were supposed to be the next Bored Apes. That did not occur, unfortunately. But yeah, so back in, I don't know. I lost my train of thought. So where were we going with that?
So I was just saying what you think about the market.
Yeti and I'm like,
you just the trauma is
PTSD.
Happening. I can just see you glazing out. Bad things are happening like background. No, we're talking about like the vibes of the market. You came in 2021 right at the top.
So yeah, and I was so like, because I didn't want it to be over because I just got to the party. I showed up to the party late, so I think I held on to some delusions for a little too long, and I was looking for signs. I wanted confirmation bias that my Yetis were going to be worth as much or more than the Bored Apes someday, and tried to make that happen. It didn't. It was the end of the bull market. I bought the very top, but that being said, the trauma bonds that I made along the way has kept me going in this space for the last 4 years. I mean, I went through a major breakup, like from my youngest son's dad. Like it was a pretty dramatic thing. I was up till 2 or 3 mornings on spaces with a friend group, So yeah, I didn't want the party to end for a lot of reasons, So there was a lot of my personal stuff tied up in it. All that to say, I feel like I'm almost kind of trying to do the same thing right now. Like, even though I have the benefit of experience. I've seen it. I didn't see the beginning and like, whatever. I wasn't here for the whole run up. So I don't know what that felt like, but I'm very much like, I recognize patterns or how things feel. And I'm like, this feels like when I was early to GameStop, or this feels like this, or this feels like right before this tanked, or whatever. I don't know. Maybe a witch. I don't know.
That's funny, actually.
Girls, we're just intuitive, is what it is.
It's funny, like the situation kind of reminds. So a lot of the OG Bitcoiners will typically sell at some point in the bull market, profits, and what's left is like holders.
Yeah.
Of long-term holders, short-term holders, and I kind of feel like that's happening now. I was doing some reading, and a bunch of the dormant Bitcoin wallets were alive and selling and taking some profits. And now,
it's almost like a company, right? Think about it like a company. Like you have your seed round investors, they normally start getting like exiting some of their liquidity position. Like they're ready to take profit, and it's healthy.
Oh, 100%.
Because you don't want them sitting in profit.
No.
When it's at $1 million or two, like
absolutely. They're paying for lifestyle, they're paying for their lives, whatever, lives are improving. That's the whole idea. Buy Bitcoin, you hold for a couple of years, you take some profits, and then you buy again when it dumps. And also those OGs will most likely buy back in when we're down bottoms of in the depths of a bear market.
Once you go Bitcoin, you never go back.
No. So I think we might be seeing something similar where you're getting the older whales selling, new hands are coming in and buying up this dip, and now they're buying at this price. So this is their starting point, kind of like when you bought. That was your starting point. So like
I hate them all.
So you don't want to be like,
no, they're buying right now at the lows.
Yeah. What? Well,
I bought the crypto top.
No, but what I mean, like, I still think the market's gonna go up. What I'm saying, just like it did in 2021, we had another.
And you and
peak.
Jose think that too. So Jose put out a tweet, and that's so all that to say. Even though my kind of weird intuition is telling me like this feels familiar, like I'm surviving on hopium a little bit, smarter people than me, which is generally how I make my actual real trading decisions, think that it is going to be a Q1 top. So I think you're right.
In 2017, we like Bitcoin topped in December, the altcoins peaked in January, and now every cycle is the same. They never are exactly the same.
Yeah,
like, this could be just something new that's similar, but not like the same. But you have to like. I look from where we're covering from COVID, like all this stuff that's happened in the last 5 years is due to COVID. Like the whole economy is all messed up. From the lowering of their interest rates, the mass injection of money to the system that's never happened on that scale before.
Imagine us getting $2,000 more soon.
Well, yeah, that's another thing. That actually happening. I don't know. I didn't know if it was like something he just said or if it's actually going to happen.
I think he said it, but he has like people trying to make it happen. Like, I don't, I think he was the one who started it the first time, right? Like, I think that's his play, right? Like, he's kind of a one-trick pony.
They have to print money.
When shit starts to get really bad, I'm just going to print money because otherwise it's just going to keep getting worse. Yeah. And it's fine. I'm not like, whatever. My brother works at the White House and most of my family's Republicans. It's fine. I don't care. I call things how I see them. So it's just,
that's
I don't think there's another solution. Like, and we just are where we are. And that's why crypto matters, because our existing governance structures have led us to the very edge of a cliff going at a very high speed.
Absolutely. And take Trump out of the equation, whoever would be power.
Right.
Same thing. The vehicle of which they do it, optics mainly. They have to print money. They have to roll over the debt. So what I'm leaning to is back in 2021, and I even think about it in my personal life. This happened to me. Like we had lower interest rates, so the government like refinanced basically at lower rates. So it extended like a year. You got an extra year out of it. So for me, personally, my mortgage, we had really low rates, and I wanted to take a loan to buy miners and stuff like that. My mortgage company didn't do it, so I refinanced at those low rates in 2021. Yes, 2021.
Okay.
And so
2018 was the collapse, right? So it took about 3 years for the historic lows after the collapse.
No, it was during COVID lows. They brought interest rates down to like basically zero.
That's right.
So like my mortgage rate went down significantly when I refinanced in 2021. I was supposed to expire because we have 5-year mortgages here. So I was supposed to expire this year, but now I expire in 2026, which is like, it makes me wonder, because all the debt for the U.S. economy had expired, was rolled over earlier in that lower debt. So maybe 2026 is when the liquidity comes in, and it makes sense to me. Like I try to like break things down logically and try to like make it like a story and how it makes sense. And it makes sense to me. Not to say that that's gonna happen, but that's where that's my bull case. My bear case is it's another 4-year cycle, and Bitcoin is topped. It has diminishing returns. Not gonna top to top. We don't have as much gains that we did previous cycles, and altcoins are just gonna be one of those things where they'll have some winners, some losers, but it might take a longer time for them, because now you got institutional adoption, and they need like what's the word? They need it to work. They need like actual like results.
Yeah.
Right. So like your shit coin ain't gonna pump, or your crap coin that has no revenue, that's just hype and speculation, is not gonna get institutional adoption. They want results. They want revenue. They're gonna evaluate it like a business. Is it a good investment for them? They're super risk adverse. Like TradFi is super risk adverse, right? They're like me.
Losers. I mean, smart guys. Guys that have a lot more money than I do. Who's the loser? For being honest. I do all right. I fluctuate. I am like, my financial portfolio does this a lot.
Oh man,
because
I had a plan this cycle, and I did moon math, and I calculated how much I was gonna. I took my profits. Don't get me wrong. I did way better than I've ever done. I'm like significantly less than my moon math. But you know what? Like, I'm okay with it. Like, I've like emotionally come to terms with it. I still have money in the market. Like, I don't know where. But like I'm kind of what I studied was the 4-year cycle.
Averaging in. I mean, you took your.
Exactly
I mean,
what I'm doing.
Once there's some clarity and like earning, right? Like, we should talk a little bit about ways to build wealth during these bear markets, because we are sponsored by Vdex, and this is obviously like one of the top ways that I've seen to make money in this space lately. I had my friend Malik, who's running a show. They were on here last week with Mike. So he made like $1,300 USDT in his first week, claimed cash. That's like, if he did that every week, that's $5,000 a month salary plus V points. People got hundreds of thousands of dollars of airdrops.
I'm going to share my
Hyperliquid.
I'm going to bring up Vdex just so people can see what.
Oh yeah. I don't really know what I'm talking about, but so it'll be good for a picture reference. I'm so burnt out. I'm like this far from a crash out, just lack of sleep, stress. So just fair warning.
Yeah, we'll get. Did you see this? Did you see this?
Unplug the podcast.
Yeah, we're just gonna turn it off. Did you see this morning? Like X was down. Oh, weird! I couldn't get my GM post. I think Vdex is.
It was down too. So the cloud was down. So the arena didn't work. The only thing I could post on was LinkedIn. The Boomer platform, probably, that still runs on Boomer Tech, still worked, and everything that's modern came down.
So I don't know.
Yeah, so we are No. I think this is right, because we are working on fixing some pairs. So it might be they may have temporarily shut the platform down.
Okay.
Because they said they were going to be working on some pairs.
Yeah, I had an issue with Cash, so they said they were going to turn off the pair until they fix it up. I think it was something with Oracle. But either way, we can still show kind of what we're talking about, ways to make trade. Like, you can trade, obviously.
Yeah, go to your referrals. You hardly have any, do you?
I don't even know if it's going to let me connect wallet, because last time I tried to do not connect.
Yeah. It's been all day long. Everything.
It was working earlier. But like it came back after it was.
I cleaned my closet because all the internet was down, and I was like, I am not going on Facebook.
Yeah, error verifying signature. Okay. Can't do that right now. Down.
Okay.
Bad face. So
Mine's not.
yours is working?
Yeah, but I have it on my other computer, not the one I'm streaming from.
I'm gonna check my phone. Maybe I just need to.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell.
The Z cash spread looks right to me right now. I don't know. Yeah.
So you were talking about Malik, and he made money. Was that on the VMM, the virtual market maker?
No. So this is just like if you could pull up. Let me see if I'm logged in on this one. No, because I don't have that wallet on this computer. But maybe I can just pull up a wallet. I think I connected
Okay,
something.
it's working on my phone. I'm gonna.
The last time I opened the app on this computer was at 800 million. It just updated from 800 million to connect wallet. No, I don't need to get. I'm just connect my MetaMask. Oh God, what's the password?
Maybe it's Canada. Maybe it's the Canadian.
Yeah, you guys suck. So I'm in. I will go to where the referrals are, but I have no. This is just an account I created to play around. So I'm gonna screen share Vdex. Share. Can you see it?
Go.
Yeah. So you see what I'm saying? So total referred users. This is the number. I have like 600 and something on mine. We had a lot of AVAX people come over when I first started. Like it's crazy because AVAX doesn't have a ton of Dex volume, but we're consistently top 5ing AVAX on Vdex, which is crazy, right? Like
that is crazy.
And a big shout out to Malik and Spicy Rich, who are obviously driving a lot of that. And then we just got Druth from the Hit Network is doing one of his shows sponsored by Vdex. We just had our first show with Von Doom and Ben, who runs Predictfully, the CEO of Predictfully. They have a weekly show that's going to be sponsored by us as well. So we're staying busy all across all the ecosystems. Me and my friend GR, who's more like Toshibet, Retardio, Solana community. We're kind of spreading our wings on the shows a little bit. But yes, so the referral rewards, this is like the bread and butter for a lot of the very active traders or people who have big networks of KOLs. So the reason that our point system is a little more maybe sophisticated or lucrative than Hyperliquid's is it only went one down. So everybody I referred I would get, 25% of their points or whatever they would earn. And that was it. Well, we go 2 layers back. So we want to incentivize KOLs or even just people who are active in the space that have KOL friends or people who like to farm friends to onboard people behind them because they know that they will get those same, it's like Avon or any good pyramid scheme, right? Like I think everything in the world will be, you get in early, you get the people below you. It doesn't go on forever. It's just 2 spots down. So I think that's what keeps it like rational and fair, but starting early is still going to be a huge advantage. So we do have people making, I think Crypto Professor has made $10,000 since this started and he's kind of a community base. So I think he has like 50 community members. So that's like a group effort, but all of that is going towards their community initiatives, burning and buying back their own tokens. So they're doing some cool stuff with it. Like this is a great opportunity for communities to get involved. If you're traders, individuals who do have networks with lots of KOLs, because this is just claimable cash. You do not have to fund a wallet. You do not have to trade on Vdex. You do not have to know what a perp dex is. But if you know people who like to trade perps and you know people who did well on Hyperliquid, send them our way. You come our way and let me get you a referral code so that you can sign them up under you so you can start earning.
Oh, yeah.
I've claimed a couple $100 since I started doing it. Like it's just free money. I forget about it. And sometimes I log in and I'm like, oh yeah, that's nice. And then I just go gamble it. I go make a long somewhere, whatever. I still waste it because I have no value of actual money anymore, like no sense of what value actually is. So yeah, your total rewards here. This is your claimable rewards. Here's where your volume is.
What I really like about the Dex is as you trade, like I've been on a bunch of different exchanges And you trade a bunch. Like you get like sometimes you'll get like a free bin for whatever, but like you never win it. You gotta spend a crap ton of money. What I like here is you start earning points and XP, and there's a leaderboard. I like the gamification of it. I think that's really important, and I really like it. I look at, and it's cool. Like if you're like, man, I'm never gonna reach the top of the leaderboard, you can be the top that week. I like that. Like it's like this is how you are this week, so you can like have those goals to get going on the top of the week. Like I know people might be trading with a heck of a lot more volume than. But like at least like if I'm killing it that week, like and I can be on the top.
And they might take a week off.
It feels good, right?
Yeah, you have a chance, and that's the same philosophy that Zeke does with their monthly tournaments. And maybe ours was Jose is the one who wrote. And actually, I think he had this system pretty much in place when I got here, because he had thought through this very, very deeply and studied, hyperliquid and lighter go to markets in depth and whatnot. So. But he just really understood.
I see Cash chart looks like shit though, but
I know. I feel like I should.
Like I see.
Maybe
I see cat ears.
Is there a better chart to put up there though?
Like it looks like no. If you want to short it, you might go right back down to that $480
Okay, here we'll
level.
show it one that's got a little green on it.
That actually looks like a bull flag.
Yeah, there we go.
Actually, that's like inverted head and shoulders. You're gonna pump to the upside, right? Homies. Oh fuck yeah. Yeah, we're gonna. I think we're gonna bounce.
Yeah, I hope so. Well, remember Drew was talking about that CME gap or something.
It failed. It happened. Done. It's behind us.
It's behind us. Like it kind of feels good to have that behind us. Everyone's like, "There's no way that's gonna happen," but now that it has,
it honestly does.
It's free to run now, right?
You got leverage out of the system. It just clears up all the garbage.
Are you calling my leverage trading garbage?
Well, not your leverage trading. I'm talking about the big boys with like millions and millions of dollars shorts. But like
James wins.
I'd be surprised. Yeah, I'd be surprised if the market makers are like, yeah, let's go liquidate admit that over there. Like, but you know what? They can't because they can't see it on Vdex because you have the dark pools.
Do you know what? Do you know when they do liquidation pool hunt me though? I don't even want to share the story, and I'm not even gonna say what platform it's on. But I did I traded on a weekend on a non-dark pool perp dex where I still have some points there, and I actually like the product. It's a very different product than ours, and they subcontract out their perps experience, so it's not even really their team, but. I got wrecked, man, trading ZEC on the weekend. And I wasn't thinking, I'm like, yeah, nobody's probably trading. Liquidity is low. They can see everything I'm doing. It would be so easy to manipulate this down and just wipe me out. And I traded with because I was going to quick in and out. You know what I do, Mike? I'm like, I'm going to do this. And then I ADD and don't put a stop loss. So anyways, then I come back and I'm trying to close it. And it said, we couldn't find an exact match for your order. Twice in a row, so it wouldn't let me close it. So I get liquidated, and it costs like an extra $600. Like I had $1,300 in my account, and then after it was liquidated, it was like $600. Wow. And they were like, and then I was like, so is that fees? And they're like, no, they don't have fees. And I was like, well, what was it? And they're like, well, it's just calculations and like, and I was like, that's fees.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that really sucks. That's why I like I think. Again, we'll have to talk to Jose more in depth about it, but there's partial liquidations on Vdex.
Yes.
I don't quite know how that works. I can explain unless you know how it works.
Well, I know that it works differently. So I don't think it would work the same way on a highly volatile asset, right?
Makes
like
sense, yeah.
I think it's for when things are just like trending lower and maybe it just goes a little bit below your stop loss, it'll only liquidate 10%, right?
Okay, that's not bad.
And,
yeah, I don't.
And so,
I've never been liquidated. I always use a stop loss.
You've never been liquidated.
No, I choose what I want to lose, and if I fail, I just.
Okay, Mr. Fucking cool guy.
That's just like, you know what? Like, I don't know. It's just the mentor that I have, the trading group that I joined, just his model. I'm not smarter than anybody else, guys. I literally follow someone that's been doing this for 30 years, and I'm just copying him. I'm literally just copying him because he's a good trader. He's probably one of the most accurate traders in. And and I try to be, and he even says like, come to my trading group, do what I do, and and then go out and like show other people, like kind of like mimic it, right? Like it's and it's like it's not even just like trading for me. Like he does a whole mindset. He's in the same boat. He's got 3 kids and
Yep.
father and like full on mentor. Like I want to like
Yeah.
made me a better person, a better father by listening.
I love that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you would actually really like Sam Price. You would really like the crypto like. I feel like you guys
I
vibe
probably would.
very spiritual, like on that same like that
Oh
the
yeah.
high
That's
frequency,
my
like
jam.
all about that. Like yeah, his
I like can't even read anything longer than a meme these days, though, Mike.
honestly,
I literally can't.
I have him while I'm working. I have him like in my earbuds at work, and I'll just like have my phone by my toolbox, and I'll be listening to it, and he's got good vibes. He's got the music going, and I'll come peek at the chart when he says something. When like he'll be talking, and then he'll be like break down what he's doing. And I'll go look. I'm on it. I'm
Yeah.
in and out. I'll catch the replays, and then he puts the updates on the Discord, right? Super worth it. If like, I'm not selling you guys a course or anything like that, but like, if you're really into trading, find like a trading group to get into. Find a way to learn. Really important. It helped.
Don't find them on crypto Twitter though.
You know what? I find the longer I've been in crypto, I've gotten better at finding out who to listen to and who's like legit and who's
Yeah.
your bullshit meter gets really really good longer you're
Yeah.
here.
I was gonna say, if it doesn't, you just don't have any money left and you're forced to leave. It's like survival. What are they? Survival of the fittest. If you can't figure out how to
It's tough. The mark like
navigate this world, you probably don't need to be working here.
even like I don't know if you probably have noticed it. It's a lot harder for content creators like back in 2021 when you came in, like you were talking about crypto, you were getting like thousands of followers on YouTube. It was just it was just so easy to grow, where now it's really really tough. And if like X feels more of like an echo chamber than like people growing. I feel like it's the same people, because retail or a new wave of retail really isn't here in a meaningful way.
I
In my
know.
opinion. Yeah.
And unless those voices can grow, they won't have the incentive to stay.
Yeah.
And the space won't. We can't gatekeep it forever. I have a huge problem with. I'm always supportive of small accounts because of this. Because there were a few people like Ashley DeCan, Michael K. I don't know, whatever. Just some really great people when I first came into the space that were nice and supportive of me and helped me. Ashley came, my first job, Pirates of the Metaverse. She came and did a space for me for free, like hosted an AMA with Poppy. I was nobody. I was brand new. She didn't even know me. I just was another woman reaching out, and she said yes. Like, that's cool shit to me. And that's probably one of the reasons that I stuck around, because I was like, yeah, this is a boys club, but there's strong females here that are willing to help other women, and not even, and not even just that, but people. It doesn't have to be male, female. I mean, she's just somebody who was like, yeah, this is a good team. These are good people, and I want to help them. So that is what.
That's how I met you. I met you in the
Yeah.
space, right? I met you in a Doug Hype space. You were co-hosting it. That's
Yeah.
I've actually started to lean into that more. I've been going back into spaces, involved community. Bought a new NFT. I got that Cushling NFT from
No way.
yeah. So like
What? Isn't that drugs? Cushling?
drugs. So I'm gonna turn off your screen. I'm gonna share mine.
Drugs are bad, okay?
Okay.
I don't know what I just said. Oh,
Of South
thanks.
Park. You don't know South
Thank
Park?
you.
The teacher,
That's what I just quoted him.
Okay,
What do you mean I don't know
no,
it?
you said you don't know what you're talking about. I thought you were.
Oh,
I
that
thought
was just in general.
I didn't know if you were talking about.
No, just a general observation of my life, Mike. I have no idea what I'm doing or talking about.
Do my login stuff, you guys.
I just shared it to everybody. You accidentally left it on the screen.
Can't see. That's the problem now. Like when you have all this security, it's like it takes forever to log in. We've lost, keys logging in. I have. You should see my freaking maybe you have the same thing. You know the 2FA, your Google authenticators?
Yeah.
You should see the freaking list of shit I got on here. Like it's
Oh
it's
God.
enormous.
I don't know that I want to see it, Mike. I I just wish life wasn't so complicated by technology. Do you feel like life has gotten any simpler or better? Are we happier because of any of this?
It's either gotten simpler and I've gotten dumber, or it's not quite simple for me yet.
Yeah, I know.
Or maybe
Imagine
I'm just getting
so
old and I just can't keep up with there it is. Wow.
imagine so I volunteer, I volunteer on Fridays at the AA office, and most of the people that volunteer there are older retired people because most people don't have weird lives like I do. So I'm like the only young person that volunteers there. So we will not even install a credit card machine because we couldn't train everybody to use it. So
Really?
some of these people are like 60, and they may be up to like 70, but like that's how like the technology gap is so huge right now. Like, and it's so hard to see that when you're like everyone uses credit cards. Like crypto isn't that much of a stretch from a credit card. Your money's already in a bank and you put it on a little card. Now it's just virtual. Like you don't have to hold the card. Like, but there's people that are just like, if I can't see it and touch it and feel it, I don't trust it.
My
And they just
parents
were
are like
raised
that,
in
man.
different times.
My parents,
You know?
my mom still goes to the bank. Like she thinks to like, hey, I'm gonna send you some money. I'm just gonna go to the bank tomorrow. I'm like, what? E-transfer? She won't do an e-transfer to this day because she's so worried that like sending money on the internet.
That's like all insured, Mom.
I know. I like mom sending money.
Mom.
It's fake money. Come on.
No money is real. If you do, I've gambled $2.4 million on ToshiBet. I consider myself a millionaire now, I guess. I've never had $1 million in my life, but
God.
I've churned that much money on a gambling platform. It's not real.
That's crazy.
It is crazy.
I've seen you gamble. It's you've had some pretty nice.
I know.
Actually, we're quite entertaining watching it.
I am like probably divinely protected by the universe, I think. So
That's my guilty pleasure. Like I don't gamble, but I love watching streamers gambling.
Really?
Oh,
I know people do like that. Yeah.
It's so fun to watch it because I get to enjoy the emotion of the rush, but I'm not using my money.
Risk.
Yeah, it's great.
You don't like risk. You're very risk averse, and I like high risk, high reward.
You know what's crazy? In my family, I'm the crazy risky one. I'm in crypto.
Yeah.
Isn't like
that's so weird to me.
It is
like you're such a like dad to me, like and like I'm just a response. But crypto is becoming more like that, right? So like the early adopters were all very.
I'm just ahead of my time, guys. I'm ahead of my time.
Yeah. The space is maturing and there's people on both sides of us, right? Like I'm probably on the more degenerate, like for a middle-aged woman, I am on the degenerate side probably of that scale. And then there's some women in crypto who are probably just totally normally classy mom. Like we need all kinds, right? Because what's appealing, I tweeted about this today and it's from something I learned back in grad school about trying to appeal universally people. So you think like, oh, I have to do universal themes like love or like these,
Yeah.
But that doesn't resonate with people. Just talking flowerishly about love doesn't resonate with people, but don't tell a story about a couple falling in love and you can feel that emotion and you connect to it. So that's like, I think a problem with this new virtual method of scaling and like these connections and disconnections and community to community and loyalty to loyalty. And it's always shifting. It's always evolving. And power is moving from one company to the next based on how many people it's just weird. Like I wish I could see a heat map of energy, money, and activity across the whole ecosystem of crypto and like how it flows, how the money flows, who it follows.
It's cool, man. Like that you can kind of get a little bit of that when you watch the the Bitcoin dominance and the Tether dominance chart, you get that kind of idea. You don't know
Yeah.
specifically what it's going into, but you know generally where money's kind of moving. And right now, like you kind of see it in traditional markets with AI. Everything's just going into AI. You
Mhm.
look at the S&P
And
500.
robotics.
Well, yeah,
Robotics are going to be next.
absolutely. So you look at like the S&P 500, and only like a few companies are carrying that. That's the whole joke right now in TradFi, is that Nvidia's got like the whole S&P 500 on its back. Like,
Yeah.
and it's like
Yeah.
it's getting exhausted, and it's gonna once the AI narrative like
Yeah.
kind of like
And
cools
it's
off, it's
not
gonna dump.
justified.
No,
It's just consensus mechanism. I mean, it's just that like value isn't real. We make it up and we can manipulate it.
yep. And
And we talk about all this stuff like it's so serious and we make it so serious, but really these are just games people invent to take like energy from someone who didn't really earn it, right?
that's
We're
what
to set
I've
up
always
systems to collect other people's energy.
that's what I've always told people in my personal life. Like, I'm surrounded by people at work and personal life that like just complain about the world that they live in. It's like, well, stop complaining about it. Figure out, like, you may not like it, but figure out how to operate within it. And like,
Mhm.
I have friends where I've talked about, I'm investing. Like, I'm an investor. I'm trying to make my life better. Like, my goal, I tell people publicly that, like, I want to be a millionaire. Like, that was my goal. That's been my goal
Mhm.
since I'm an adult. I want to be a millionaire in my lifetime. That's like a goal I set for 8 to 10 years ago. And
Mhm.
people like look like shit on me about it. Like, I have friends like, I hate money, and like, because they've seen negative things from it. I'm like, and they feel like
It's just freedom. They
well,
don't understand what it really means.
they
They don't
they
view
think it's
money.
like they put themselves on a higher morality, like a pedestal, because they're not chasing money, they're not greedy, they're better. Like, and I feel like people need to justify that, because honestly, I really think a lot of people just giving up, and
Yeah, I don't think they know how to do
it's
it. And
coping,
I think
right?
if they knew how to do it, yeah, exactly, 100%. That's cope. And it's projecting, right? Like none of us want to believe. None of us want to be responsible. None of us really want to be free, right? Like we like the government making most of the decisions for us. The average person probably finds life easier by having most of those decisions made for them. I have friends that can't decide what to put on in the morning and will have panic attacks like for an hour. Like imagine them deciding major things that they had to do in their own
Yeah.
lives if they were less too many with too many
Well,
options.
that's why
Like
I tell people to stop shitting on people that want to use a centralized exchange. Maybe it's just easier for them. Maybe they just want to.
yeah, it
What
doesn't matter.
my
Live and let live, man.
Exactly. My thing is, all I say is, like, if you're going to use it, just understand where the risk lies. If you're still okay with it, go by all means.
Yep.
Because I think a lot of people use things that don't understand the risks that they're involved in,
Yeah.
and then something happens and you
Me.
get blindsided, right? Yeah, like it
I do
happened.
it all the time.
It's happened to me. Like, I was never really into the NFT craze, right? Like, I never really bought NFTs in 2021. I was solely just a coin holder, and
Mm-hmm.
I minted some NFTs in 2024 and got wallet drained. I didn't know the risk. I've never done it before. You
Oh
learn.
wow, yeah.
So now when I mint an NFT, I make a fresh new wallet. I start fresh, and then kind of like a disposable condom. I use the wallet, and
God, Mike.
once I mint the NFT, I get that shit out of
Oh
there and
my
I toss it
God.
away.
I would not mint that. Oh, you're making my name sound so sleazy, as if it doesn't do a good enough job of that on its own.
I don't know why that's the first thing that came to my head, but you know what? You just toss it when you're done, right? So that wallet is over. I literally just my Exodus wallet. I noticed some funny stuff going on. Like, when they send you and don't
Yeah.
want to engage with it, I'm like, I don't want to deal with it. I got a lot of money here, so boom, gone. Made a new wallet. Everything moved to cold storage.
Yeah.
I don't screw around with that stuff because I have been drinking. It sucked. I felt so like I wasn't like,
Violated.
exactly. I was like, it wasn't a whole lot of money. It wasn't about the money. I just felt like it was so unfair because
Yeah.
like I earned that. Like, I grinded
Yeah.
like the leaderboard of big time. I earned that
I
shit.
get mad when people, because I'm like, if you're smart enough to hack someone and steal do something freaking good with your life, you
Yeah.
loser. You're obviously smart enough. So they're just like bad people to me. I don't know. Like, and maybe they
Who
have,
hurt
you know,
you?
and then there's like, yeah, there's, you know, like the Joker message, and maybe like there's arguments for like, you know, like whatever. We're all willingly entering these systems, and there's people who want to make points against that. So it's, you know, more complex, and I try to respect everyone's views. But my worst thing that ever happened, and it's way worse than yours, dude, I got an entire Discord that Pirates of the Metaverse hacked.
Oh.
So we had someone from a pretty hyped NFT mint, and this is, you know, earlier 2021, pretty hyped NFT mint came into our Discord, and they were like, hey, we want to give, and this was common, right? Like people would come in, we were a pretty hyped project too. They would want to give us spots. So the red flag for me should have been like, can you come to our Discord and open a ticket? Because that's where we'll pull all the winners from. That made sense to me, right? Like, because I was like, oh yeah, I would do that. Like that would make my life easier. So I would definitely, if I'm doing something for a community, I would ask them to do that. So anyways, I enter their Discord, and it was a scam link that had a code that steals your token basically from Discord. So then they waited until I was asleep that night at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and then dropped a scam link. We had about $100,000 worth of NFTs drained from community members. I paid back a bunch of them out of my own funds or sent pirates. The team did. Like it was a whole horrible. It is the worst feeling in the world knowing that I didn't even lose money and I'm the one who caused other people to. And I think we pretty much were able to make everyone whole, and I'm grateful.
That's actually really good.
You know,
a lot of people don't do that. They'll say sorry.
Yeah. Well, that team, and this is what I get so pissed off about it, that like crypto is such a double standard. That team ran out of money and had to stop building, and they got so much hate and FUD and whatever. And his so Crypto Poppy was my boss then. His wife's brother had just committed suicide right before all this happened, and the Ukraine war started. We lost him. It was just a series of unfortunate events, right? But then the way the community turned against them, and I think it's because they did believe in him so much, right? They were so passionate, and they had seen the way he had like cared about the community. But like, you got, like, if somebody has that stuff happen in their life, first of all, you know, like some breathing room, and then for second of all, like, startups fail.
Yeah.
Like
most companies fail, not even just startups.
Like this business, you know, like I don't understand people, because they really were. They did just make about almost everyone right. The most expensive one was like 4 ETH, and you bought back somebody's like super expensive zombie pirate. He had sold one of his Bored Apes, right?
Oh,
and then just FUD. Like that's how hard this space is to.
Man, that was crazy.
You can't win. So, and that's why you have to stop caring what people think. I forgot entirely once again what we were talking about, but that's why I don't care what people think, because there's too many people that are looking at you from too many different points of view, and from where one person's sitting, it's going to look different for where this person's sitting. So I can't say something that's going to explain it to both of you. And if I say it 2 different ways, you're going to think I'm a liar. You just have to stop caring it.
You can't please everybody in your personal life. Can't please everybody online. Especially now.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I thought my headphones.
Yeah.
But yeah, so no, I got into NFTs now. I'm not here to.
Okay, so
I'm not an NFT.
Are you going to be pumping NFT bags for the rest of 2025?
I'll pick the ones that I like. Like I don't just.
I love
everything.
Keith, so I am excited to see this. Yes.
I kind of got introduced to J-Chains.
Yeah.
Actually, he's same card as J-Chain.
No way.
So by the way,
cool.
Adoption Pod has sponsored J-Chain's fight
for
fight in Dubai, December 5th. So if you guys can tune,
he better win.
Fighting there, I think they just had the announcement where it. Yeah, well, I'm gonna try see if we can get him on the show before he goes to Dubai, but if not, we'll catch him after. Maybe we'll do a post fight and see how he did. Hopefully he gets a knockout. So I bought the Cushlings NFTs. They're so cool. And
whose are they? Is it his project?
It's Keith's project, and
okay.
Yeah. So the Cushlings they're actually minting right now. I believe they're like 84%. So
Okay.
I was actually thinking of picking up a couple, and maybe we can do a giveaway for our 20th episode.
3D gaming arenas.
Utility 3D gaming arena, merch collab, scholarships, part of the arrival. So pretty cool stuff. Really,
Yeah, those are cute.
the art's actually. I got it like my first try. I got it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of
Blue skin's
anime.
probably rare.
The blue skin's rare. The chain was rare. I got the toe headband with the gold hair, which is pretty. I didn't realize
Yeah,
that was
I
rare,
love
but that was
that.
very. And like you know what I really liked about it. Now that we have Grok, I've been exploring. Because when you buy an NFT, you kind of own that NFT.
Yeah, the IP. I mean,
Kinda
that was
like
the whole
the NFT thing, right?
People were gonna do the things.
So now, like, I made this video, and here, I don't.
Holy shit, dude!
So I made like a whole video
Oh, I never cared
just
about
with
that.
Grok.
I can't hear it.
You can't hear it. Oh, that's right, because I'm sharing my screen. It doesn't share the audio.
Yeah.
But yeah, check it.
You made this from Grok?
Yeah. So what I did is I took Grok. I did this for like a G-Coin because I was trying to do like a content creator contest, whatever. So yeah. So what I did is I'm. This is gonna be my new bear market obsession. It's gonna be fucking with AI because
Oh, good.
now that I can
Make us cool show stuff with AI.
that's exactly what I'm planning on doing. Even my content and everything like.
Yeah. Shout out Giant Panda, my meme guy. He's so good.
So the I just back of my head cracking up right now because I can't focus. So yeah, so like exploring AI now. I was thinking about like now like my creative side can come out because I suck at drawing. I am not an artist by any means, way, shape, or form. So now I can do this kind of stuff. It saves a lot of time, like we were talking about earlier.
So what we were talking about before, yeah.
Exactly.
Like it diversifies, it gives access to things that anybody with some gumption and some drive and a computer can make something of themselves.
Absolutely. Like I'm thinking like, holy crap! Like now, like my mind is going because like graphic novel, and that graphic novel to create lore. Can I vibe code a game or like now I can actually do these things I never thought I could do because I'm not a coder, not a developer, I'm not an artist. I don't know how to do this stuff. But now with AI, it's like it brings that barrier to entry down where like I can do it. And now, like you said, creativity is going to be the new currency of the world, and everybody can just be creative now. Now they have the access. Barrier is lowered. Boom.
You're still gonna have to be smart to use it though. Like even Chat GPT. Imagine
you gotta get good at prompting.
Prompting. I mean, I'm surprised they don't have prompting classes in high school yet. Like they should, right? Like it's an art form, and you are still going to need a lot of the foundational like skills that schools teach, critical analysis, like reading, I think literature and like composition and art and like taste and culture, like they're all going to be so much more important because I mean, we're really figuring out ways to make all of the boring stuff go away, like this.
Yeah.
I know it's scary, but it's like exciting. What would we do with our time if we just had abundance?
Dude, for me, the exciting thing is like something new to learn, like something just remember when we had Thrax on the show. I was talking to him at the Vdex event. We had a long we talked for like hours. The guys are like, "You guys are still here? Go home." Like so we got in the weeds with it, and it was like, it's just learning how to talk to the learning. Like there's different AI platforms that just literally talking to it until you find a result that you're happy with, and you just keep doing it. Just keep giving it reps until you get better. You're going to get better over time. Just how I learned how to build computers because I built computers and played video games, and I kept upgrading graphic cards. That's how I did it. I'm not a computer person. I never took a course for computers.
Nobody was ever anything until they learned how to do it. I'm one of those people that doesn't really like to do things unless I'm immediately good at it, though. So like if I try
You sound like
something
my
and
daughter.
yeah, if I just suck, I'm like, whatever, this is like a stupid sport anyways. I would never want to play it. But really, I'm secretly dying inside. Like, I cannot believe I didn't win.
That just reminded me of daughter sitting frustrating her, like progressively get like it's just it
I
drove
think I
me.
would love her.
I was laughing so hard. Like, you okay there, hun? This thing is frustrating me. I just
She might be my spirit animal.
absolutely
We
no.
need to be-
It's the future is bright. Like, obviously, scary because it's and every time
Yeah.
there's something that's so much like backlash towards it. But once we get past that crap,
What if this is all an adventure? What if this is all a rehearsed story? I mean, I don't know what people believe
well,
spiritually,
life
God,
is an
whatever.
adventure, right? Life is a whole
Right?
journey.
It's like, yeah, like we don't have to be scared. These are just the scary parts of the show. How do the heroes, be the hero of your life?
That's why, like,
Figure out how to make it out of your circumstances that you're in.
like when you say, my whatever era, it's like it's like a season of life. It's a chapter.
Yeah.
It's just a way of saying it, the era, because
My evil arc that lasted a week.
yeah, that was fun. that was
That
a
was
good
like,
time.
because I was like, that was just my FU to whoever reported my account.
that was see, we look back, you got your account back now, good, but like, you know what, like there was actually some real good that came out of that. Like, you built that other account so fast, you still kept your sponsors, you kept doing, stopped you, like,
Yeah.
I know that for me, like, I saw that, I'm like, it made me admire you a little bit more, like, you know what I mean?
Well, thanks.
That's the good that come out. There's always good, no matter what the hell happens. So,
well, yeah, because you feel unstoppable when you come out the other side. Absolutely. And that's how you move on to the next harder thing. If you didn't have adversity in your life, you wouldn't be leveling up.
A good friend of mine, very smart guy, big in Magic the Gathering, competitive Magic.
I used to be good at it.
And he always told me, because I was struggling. I was playing against really, really, really good people, and I was just kind of new into the competitive scene. I was getting stomped. And he's boss way to learn. Like, think about it as like better, like,
the experience,
leveling up, right? And you know what?
You remember how you lost this time. You
replay
it in your head, the steps leading up to it.
And I got really good, because life gets a lot harder right before you level up.
Yeah.
So, and we're at the top of the hour, so we gotta probably off, but like, I want to leave you guys with that.
You're so wise, Mike.
Oh yeah.
That's why I like you. We vibe, like, I think we are like, we're both like frequency people, and I think we have that same, just, and I want that for the world. I didn't always have this mindset. I was political party affiliated, fear mongered citizen, tricked into thinking like we had to save the world by my party winning for a long time. And then I met crypto, and it changed the way I thought about everything, because it forces you to rethink systems and value. And I think that's why we're questioning everything about our existence, right? Because is the way that humanity has evolved the way we should have evolved? And I think a lot of us would say no.
That's the whole reason I started this. I spent the last 4 or 5 years just studying them. I get it now. People don't get it.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like, I love people, and I so bad people get stuck where they are and don't understand why. Currency. You know what it is? I have to let it out. I have to, I can't just keep it to myself. I have to, like,
sometimes for me, it's like a light that I want to shove down their throat.
Yeah, think about it this way. Like, when you're really, really happy, good mood, happy, what's the first thing you do? Hug somebody, make somebody laugh.
You share it.
You can't help. You have to give it out. You have to give your happiness out, right? Whereas, like, if you're negative, you affect people around you with activities. So
Yeah.
it's so important to pass it forward. Because we're again,
Right.
like for me, crypto, like it's nice to make money in here. Really, this daughter is gonna grow up in a world where she's never probably gonna use cash ever.
Yeah.
So like it's
And
gonna be the
probably
system.
not want for things because it makes it easier to track and distribute value for actual energy exchange, right? Like it's the end goal of this is, and maybe it is a little Ready Player One, but I don't, you know, what should it look like? Because I don't know. I don't have the answers to these questions. I'm glad much smarter that people than me, like Jose at Vdex, are thinking about. You know, when I heard him say the other day, I think in decades. I'm like, this kid's fucking 23 and he thinks in decades. I have never once thought really much past next week
I was smoking
of my
dope
life
every day. He
Yeah.
sounds better. And you know what? He's
But
gonna
I
go
feel
so far
good.
because of that. I wish I was like that.
know. Like, but I don't even like, we all have our place, right? And like, I'm grateful to be a part of that because I think like he's on a mission in life to do something incredible. And I'm grateful that I have a skill set that isn't overlapping, but complementary, you know? I mean, it
Dope.
takes all kinds. We can't all be geniuses.
Big congrats to the Vdex team for $1 billion. And that was how
Over
many
the
days was that?
funniest
Was that
thing.
40 days that it took to get there?
I think it was 20 days.
To get to 2 billion?
I think I accidentally posted 14 because I did the math wrong, but it took us 20 days. It took 7 months to get to 1 billion, 20 days to get to 2 billion. And so I have a really funny meme that I'll be posting tomorrow. Sneak peek on the show. You only get to hear this on our show live. It's, you know that Are You Winning, Son?
Yes.
But it's like Jose's face on it, and it's like, "Are we winning, Mick?" And it's like we just did 2 billion in 20 days, and it's my face, and it's just because the faces make it so funny. Yeah, he looks all angry and like dad-like too, and I'm like the just like dumb degenerate marketing girl, which is like me in real life, so it's perfect.
I love it. I can't wait to see it.
I know.
You have definitely the funny meme. I've been loving all. I've been okay.
I can't take credit where it's not due.
Actually, I've been enjoying a lot of the Vdex graphics.
Jasmine.
And tell Jasmine we need some PNG for our stream here so we can put on whatever they said.
Okay. Yeah, I think I have a whole channel with them. But I can't tell you how like just outclassed I feel on this team sometimes. It's just like these are all real, like, and I graduated with 4.0. I'm not an idiot, right? Like I'm not, but like just world-class caring and talent. And I'm just a little less professional, probably because I've been in this space so long. So I'm blown away by the like her capability and the amount her work output and the quality. Like I'm just, so I could say that about 5 people on the team, you know, just that I could pluck out and just say, I
win Vdex meetup.
Landed in the right spot at the right time, and I'm like one of the luckiest humans alive.
Yeah, we got or something like that. We'll get like a Vdex meetup.
Get a what?
Get it like a Vdex meetup. Maybe sometime next year. That'd be pretty cool.
I went to one. I met Jose IRL.
Oh, really?
In Miami last year at a rooftop event that they had for Vdex, and they were celebrating. It was just after they launched in. Oh no, maybe it wasn't Miami. It could have been because it was sunny still. Yeah, but I was wearing kind of warm stuff. Could have been. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, whatever. But he has done an event. It was beautiful. It was a roof. There's a video on LinkedIn. If you scroll back a couple weeks, they had like a professional videographer do it. But we're raising again soon. So we're going to be doing like public pushes. Like that's the thing with these go to markets, right? Like there's different phases. So we're kind of in phase 1. Like we've tested this on a very small scale. Let's get a push of users. Let's see what breaks. And then, now we're kind of going to, and Jose will talk about it. I probably should, but we're going to get in tip top shape, and hit the ground just 1000xing what we've already been building on. So it feels like being in the right place at the right time. And if you believe you're lucky, I think you become a luckier person, kind of to to the other things we were talking about. If you believe good things will happen to you, I think they happen to you.
You are in
if you
full
don't,
control of your
won't.
reality. Create it.
Yeah.
All you.
Yeah.
On that note, that is another great show. Jose unfortunately couldn't show up. We'll try to reschedule him. I got a ad here. I got a bunch of questions for him. So.
I think he was scared. I told him about the notepad, and then
I stayed
10
up late.
minutes before the show, he's like, "Oh man, I have an event." He was scared of your questions.
I stayed up late to get. I'm gonna clean it up a little bit, but we'll definitely have him on the show again next week. Potentially Scott Herman from Wagme Games coming on. I had a nice chat with him.
I can't wait to see him again.
I had a great chat with him
fucking love Scott,
I mean, we played a lot of the same video games growing up, so like we were like
really
hit it off.
He's so cool. Yeah, he's really cool.
We'll look out for that as long as our schedules line up. So far, so good. We'll see.
Yeah.
And then maybe for episode 20, we'll look at maybe an end giveaway. Maybe.
Oh yeah, that sounds good. And I think we'll probably have Jose on that episode, and then I want to get Von Doom and Ben on also, because I would definitely want to talk about Predictably, and I think. I can't share anything, but I've heard rumors they have some exciting things coming up too, so I definitely want to get him on the show. And,
that's a prediction market, right?
Yeah, Predictably, based on AVAX. So,
ooh,
yes, like community predictions. It's more like a social tool ish, but more. Yeah, I think
they know more. Leave them hanging.
Leave them wanting more.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for coming by. We will see you next week, and maybe we'll have Scott have someone else.
Maybe it'll just be us again.
Maybe you guys follow us on X, hit that like, subscribe button, all that fun stuff on all the socials.